God, I love this business. I've been in TV for a long time, and before I was in TV, I used to be in ice cream, and I thought ice cream was the coolest business on the planet. But you watch that kind of trailer, and it makes me realize why I love my job. So, why am I here today? 25 years. It's been 25 years that Astro has been serving Malaysia. That's kind of humbling and kind of an honor. And my colleagues and I have been proud to have been able to do that. So thank you. Thank you to everyone gathered here. Thank you to the media. Thank you to business partners. Thank you to all of our customers over that period. It's been an absolutely fantastic ride. But 25 is just a number. And it's just a year. And it's just 1 year in a journey that Astro is now on to become Malaysia's top entertainment destination, and now also its top aggregator for streaming services. So, I've talked about them, but to start this journey, we went back to our customers. I personally have sat in lots and lots of focus groups with all walks of society, all sorts of people, customers, previous customers, customers to be. We've asked them what it is they want. And here's what they want, guys. You want to stream all the amazing shows from the best global streaming apps alongside Astro's own slate of sparkling content. You want a simple user journey. You want to make purchases easy. You want to view your shows seamlessly across all the screens, all the devices that you have. You want to score front row seats to all the best sporting entertainment globally. You want easy to understand content bundles. You want continuous entertainment with no interruptions, rain or shine. And as you've guessed from my accent, I originally come from the UK, and I thought we did rain quite well. You guys do rain much better than we do. You want an easy installation experience. You want just simple customer service and a bill that just works and it's all in one place. That's what you told us you wanted. And you also said you wanted greater flexibility and, of course, savings, on which more later. So, with what we heard, we are busy reinventing. So, like other pay TV operators around the world, there was an Astro of 25 years ago, there was an Astro of 15 years ago, there was an Astro of 5 years ago. That is not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about new Astro. This is another step on the journey to reinvent what Astro is, to create whole new streaming worlds, diverse content, accessible entertainment for the whole of Malaysia. We're going to do that across all the streams and all the devices. So, I'm going to digress for a few minutes, if you'll indulge me, because I want to talk about some of the things that are already in field. So, Ultibox and Ultibox are now our platform. Ultra is a 4K platform. Ulti, baby sister, HD. Both have 65,000 hours of on-demand content at your fingertips. They offer brilliant functionality across linear live channels, on-demand, obviously. They have cloud recording as standard, and they have continuous viewing, so you can start one, finish somewhere else. It's all part of a new ecosystem that we are building. Today, there's over 400,000 of these boxes now being enjoyed by customers in homes. But that's not enough. We're on a mission to make this the standard for every single one of our customers. So how do we do that? Well, here's the game changer. Plug and play. So historically, maybe you couldn't have or didn't want a satellite dish. Maybe you were that customer cohort. Doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter at all. Because with this box, you just have it posted to you. You don't need an installer. You just plug it in. You connect it to your broadband. And hey presto, exactly the same experience is on the satellite is coming down your broadband cable. Fantastic experience allowing us to get to every single customer, regardless of who they are, regardless of where they live. Every single person that has a connection can get one. Everybody who wants a satellite can still have that too. The beauty of it also is, of course, because it runs on a broadband connection, playing to my comments about rain, there's never any rain fade. It just works, as Michelle said, come rain or shine. Quick word on Enjoy. So you know that HD is standard, right? HD now is a de facto standard for viewing, yeah? And we're moving on. Technology is moving on to 4K. So we recognize that with HD as the standard, we should make it the standard. And what we did with Enjoy is earlier this year, we launched an HD tier. The simple reason our Enjoy customers deserve to watch brilliant content in HD. So with that as Enjoy, the question is, what does it look like for Astro customers? So obviously we have Ulti, little sister, as our HD box standard. But a lot of our customers are going to want more as the world moves to 4K UHD. So that's why we're continuing to innovate. I'm going to do a little bit of a sidebar here. For the Euros, we launched on the Ultibox, we launched high dynamic range and Dolby Atmos as a complement and addition to the 4K product. High dynamic range, I don't know if you've seen high dynamic range, it's great. Yeah, the blacks are blacker, the whites are whiter. Every color of the spectrum in between is just brighter. Fantastic experience. And the Dolby Atmos puts you, if you get a chance to try it, Dolby Atmos really puts you in the middle of the stadium. For live sports, I was blown away. I watched a basketball match. It was like I was actually sat on the Lakers game. Fantastic. We've also been busy on our companion app. I don't think Astro Go gets enough good press, because this is basically Astro in your pocket. Yeah? It's a way to take your subscription with you wherever you go. And we're innovating there as well. So the most recent thing that we've done is the interactive Go mode. So if you're watching a football match, you can now get the lineups, you can get the statistics, you can look at the timeline to find out where the goals were, when the fouls were, et cetera, et cetera. Probably extremely handy for someone like Adam or Michelle in real time if they needed some help. But the thing that I love the most about Interactive Go is in terms of that value, is that if there are 4 or 5 things going on at once, you can switch between matches. So you can go, imagine the highlight of the Premier League, yeah? And you're able to actually watch the 3 important games, just switching between them as the goals go in. Fantastic experience. I'm looking forward to it as the seasons move to a climax. Another thing we did was Sukkah. So Sukkah is our fun, snacking, dip in, dip out product. It's catering for millennials. I love that word. Malaysian millennials who perhaps don't have access to a big screen. Perhaps mum and dad are hogging the big screens the whole time. Perhaps they want to have different stuff. Perhaps they want to watch different content. Perhaps they're completely sports mad, but there's a different sport being played. Sukkah is the way that we cater for that audience. We cater for people that want a Malay brilliant experience, sports at the front, It's been launched for just a few weeks now. It reached #1 on the Google Play Store for entertainment apps in its second week. A couple of numbers for you. Over 630,000 installations to date. It's only been going 3-4 months. And more than 1.75 million people have seen something on Sukkah so far. I'm kind of surprised, but I'm learning your country. There's not as much demand for badminton in England as here. Extraordinary following watching the badminton on Arena. But let's get back to premium. You guys know we have a broadband product. As we're rolling out this plug-and-play device, customers are saying, but I want reliable broadband connections. I want to put it all in one place. I want to have this concept of a single bill, and I want more value from putting my TV and my broadband together. We have a broadband product in the market that does that at the moment, but many of you will have heard that we've just inked a deal with TM, which allows us to take the steps now to become our own broadband ISP, Internet Service Provider. When we've built that, which will be the tech team in just a few months, when we've built that, it really allows us to take the next step in terms of differentiating how we bring broadband to Malaysians. We can wrap it into the product, we can differentiate the service, we can drive significantly more value for people once we've launched. It's going to enable us to provide a lot more flexibility, a lot more value. But let's get to today. So, streaming. You guys know, I'm sure, we have our own baby, Astro Go, and we've had our friends at HBO and our friends at iQIYI. We've had these partnership deals with them for quite some period now, driving good traction. Customers are enjoying them. More recently, back in June, we added Disney Plus Hotstar on the same sort of principle. And more recently, we've just done the same with our friends in Hong Kong at TVB Anywhere. But the reason we're here today is to talk about these guys in the top corner. Because effective from today, Netflix is also one of the streaming apps that we're integrating into our platform. And that, on its own, would be a good story. But that's not it. Because today, Netflix is the first app that we are actually putting right the way through the set-top box architecture. So not only can you use your Netflix part of your Astro subscription to watch Netflix on other devices, you can do it right inside your Astro experience on a big screen for the whole family. What does that mean? The concept of not having anything to watch on the screen as we start to build all these partnerships and we start to integrate all these platforms together into one place and put them next to Astro's own sparkling content and all the brilliant sports that these guys help make. When you put that all together, it simply is the best you could get, Malaysia's #1 entertainment destination. And to get to this, it's really important that we can integrate well, which is why, with Netflix as the example, you can find it on an app rail and just click through. We'll be featuring some of their content in our banners and on our rails. And even easier than that, if you want to, we've even put a special button for couch potatoes, so you can just press a button and off you go. You're straight into the Netflix world, the Netflix experience. The good news is, now that the boys and girls at Astro, who have been pedaling very hard to crack the technology, now that these guys and girls have cracked the technology, there is so much more we can now do. So, by the end of the year, we'll be putting Disney Plus Hotstar also onto and through the box. Our other streaming partners will follow soon after that, the ones that were on the screen just a moment ago. But that's really only the start, because we have a bold plan that once you've done that, you can start porting lots of other apps. And in our mind and on our roadmap, we have things that are much further beyond the TV. Music, entertainment, lifestyle type apps, health perhaps. The possibilities are almost limitless now that we have the technology to put everything inside the Astro ecosystem. So over the course of the next 12 months, 24 months, you'll just see pretty much regular launches of new value-added stuff, of creating this kind of one-stop experience in customers' homes for a bunch of things around their lifestyle. I'm super looking forward to it. It happens in quite a number of other pay TV markets already. The guys at Sky and the guys at Comcast are doing some really good stuff. We're stealing with pride from them, and where appropriate, we are also going first. So it's great to be a part of the environment, great to be able to build this, and great to be able to talk to you about it today. So it's not just about the apps, and it's not just about what we plan to do. It's also about that thing that I talked about at the start of the session, which is about how do we create simplicity and ease for customers as we start to do more and more of these partnerships. How do we bring them onto the box and into customers' lives in a way that's relevant, that provides even more value than we have in the past? And I'd like to invite on stage now my total rock star, commercial director, Aslin, who's going to come and explain a little bit more about the new Astro experience, the packages, the bundles, where we go from here. Thank you.